Hi everyone. Just trying to get a bite right now. Kind of hungry. Just got in. Just give me a few minutes. Just invite your friends right now. Invite everybody to come on this live. We'll be answering questions, and if you have any questions, you write it down and might probably go on live with 3 or 4 people. And then we'll do a little giveaway. Kind of need music here, right? It's Valentine's Day, we should need listening to some kind of music. We have, what time is it now? We have a few minutes. What is everybody drinking? It's Valentine's Day. What are you drinking? Hi everyone. Go invite people who are not here. Go call them. Tell them to join this live. Nice to see you this month. Thank you. So what are you guys doing for Valentine? Got my bottle of wine here. It's a California wine. It's actually good wine, really good. If you have your glass, we can all toast to good love. And I'll go on live with I'll go on live with some people soon, like after I talk to some of the actors in the movie, like Kelvin and Maria and some other people in this movie. If you want to join my live, you can request to join, but not now. You just wait and try to invite people to come over. Just a second. I think we need music. It's kind of quiet. Just give me a second, guys. Oh, my other phone is dead. My other phone is dead, so just gonna talk to everybody. Let me see if Kelvin is here. Rachel is here. Kevin is not here. Where's Kelvin? Where you at, Kelvin? Okay, I'm gonna go live with Rachel while we're waiting for Kelvin. Meanwhile, you could tell your friends to come over. Rachel, I'm gonna go live with you now while we wait for Kevin to come in. I don't know where he is. Rachel, could you please request to join my live? Okay, Rachel is out. So what is everybody... Okay, what is everybody doing today? I know it's Sunday back in Nigeria, Sunday afternoon, and some of you might be like going to church right now or after service, I don't know. But I hope you are safe, because you can't be going to church and during the COVID-19 problems, you know. There are, like, you know, I haven't been to church since like forever because of Corona, so we all have to stay safe. And just last week, a group of people that went to church here in Korea, they caught coronavirus, and then it's been like a big thing. It's really a big thing, and it's been a big problem. So where is Kelvin at? Just a second, guys. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure Kevin didn't request. He's not here, and Rachel is coming back. So while we're waiting for these people, can you guys tell me what you think about the movie Space Sweepers? I want to hear opinions, and I'll add people to my live. If you want to join, you can request later. But I want you to tell me what your thoughts are about the movie. It could be good, it could be bad, doesn't matter. I just want to hear people's opinion. Well, should I just add somebody before my co-cast they come in? The people, probably just request if you want to join. Request real fast. If you want to join my live, request fast. I'll just request if you want to join my live right now. Send invite. I haven't really gone live. The movie is awesome. I was really impressed with the part where pigeon is being used. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually that part I had to of course it gave me a story, and I had to make the story my own, because I had to change a whole lot of things and make that story mine. I had to narrate, like, you know, I had to narrate the whole thing in a way could be loved not only in Nigeria. So if you heard the movie, I was trying to do more English, mixing it properly, so people from like Cameroon, Ghana, and neighboring countries that don't understand Pidgin, they would comprehend the movie, and that's why in some part of me talking, and I had to do English in it. But that being said, that movie was just me doing the whole thing. The challenges, in that movie. It was not easy to get that movie. For my part, it was not easy. I went to 3 sets of audition for that part. I think they said they had about 40-something people came in for that. Because, now the thing was not because they wanted Pidgin or whatever Nigerian for that part. But if you get the role, the language could switch to anybody that gets the role. So because I got the role, and I had to do whatever I want, or I felt comfortable for me to do to make the movie, you know. So like about 30 people or so got tried, try out for the cast, but I was chosen for reasons I don't know. So and I had to go back 2 other times for to cast that movie, you know, for audition for that movie, and then I got chosen, and I had other projects at the time. It was really funny, so it was kind of, just colliding. I couldn't really go to that, even when they want to do measurements, like, put me on, like, the clothes I have to wear. Like most of the fashion companies they hire, they finish at 6 o'clock, but I finish my project at 6 or 6:30, so it takes me an hour to get there. So it was not always easy for me to go to meet these people. And one of the biggest challenges actually remembering the lines, and there were a lot of lines. Actually, some parts in the movie were cut off because I don't know. That's how a movie goes. You could, do a whole lot of movies, and some part would be gone. But yeah, it was not an easy. We shot it I shot my scene for over 3 months. It took over 3 months to shoot for my scenes and some other parts, So who else has a question? I don't know where Davey's at. Just give me a second. If you have a question, just paste, type your question. If you want to join my live, just request to join my live. Oh, Kelvin is here. Come on now. I've been waiting for you the whole time. Kelvin, request to join my live. Hey, Kevin. Okay, I'll add Kevin right now.
Yo, what is up, bro?
Hey.
Dude, okay, I gotta admit, this is maybe my second time going live, so I had no idea what to do.
Hey, I know. Like me, it's like the first time actually.
Yeah. How you
So,
been?
been good, man.
Good.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I mean,
Yeah,
the
since
last
we
the
shot
last
together.
time, yeah, I was like, how long? A year ago.
I think it's over a year since you and me shot together. That
Mhm.
in Daejeon, that's been
Daejeon,
over a
right?
year. Yeah.
That was where we shot the scene where you went to the bathroom, right?
Yeah, I came out of the bathroom. The my first scene in the movie, your I don't remember what scene of yours it was, but yeah, it was early on in the movie and we shot that in
hmm
Daejeon over a year ago now.
Yeah, over a year ago. It's funny, right? But I mean, I think it's almost 2 years now. Is it not two?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking it's two because it's 2019 in the summer, right? Summer
Yeah.
or autumn, I don't know. Yeah, at the time. So yeah, that was the last time we saw, and I think we stayed over. We had to shoot for 2 days in a row.
Yep.
I had,
Yep. We
yeah,
shot for a
no,
couple
I had to
days.
stay for 3 days. I had to shoot for 3 days, so I stayed over in Daejeon, what's it called, Daejeon, and then after that was, did you shoot in Busan? Did you go to
Yeah,
Busan?
shot in Busan. Yep. A few
Uh,
days.
uh, oh, man, you lucky you had pictures with those stars. I couldn't. They said, oh, nobody getting pictures with them. Like, oh.
Hmm.
And I saw your pictures. I'm like, what? And then they
Yeah.
were like, no, they were so strict with it, right?
Yeah.
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 So
That
what?
tends to be the case on set, right? It's just, and
hmm
I understand, I guess, for you want to keep everything discreet. You don't want to release anything. So
hmm
less pictures, less any of that social media stuff. Then less of
Mistakes.
the movie plot will come
There
out. Yeah.
was there was this guy, I don't know, I think he was on my team, one of the guys on my team, like behind me.
Hmm.
I can't remember where he's from. He took a picture with a girl, and it was a big problem. I heard, like,
Sure.
why they had to tell him to delete it. So when
Sure.
I don't know how they found out, but I was not actually before that movie. Did you know
Hmm.
these guys? Did you know these guys, the stars?
The actors, we only met before for table reads for, the table read that we were at, the meetings with the director. So just brief interactions before. But on
Hmm.
set, we were able to shoot together, and you were there as well, able to have some conversations and get to know each other and
Hmm.
kind of rehearse the scenes beforehand, depending upon what scene it was. So that was good getting to know them. And I think I don't know, what interactions you had, but every interaction I had with the cast and the crew was all amazing. Like they were so nice and they were so genuine, and willing to chat and willing to offer advice or anything. So that it was a good experience with that. But I
Yeah, I
know
mean,
I wish we would have had a bit more time.
yeah. But there was a day. This is my problem, Margaret. There was a day they actually called me to go have dinner with them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Were you there? Were you?
Was this in Daejeon or was
Not
Busan?
Daejeon. It was in not in Busan. It was in Yangpyeong.
Oh, okay, probably not. No.
I forgot the scene we shot that day. They were like, oh, they said they only wanted to have dinner with me, like the
Yeah.
four stars, right? So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, but I have to go to Seoul. So
Sure.
and
Yeah.
then before before this movie, I didn't know any of them. I never heard their names. I didn't know they were that big. But every time I come home, right? Oh, before we start, let me say congratulations, man. Your baby's so cute. Your
Oh,
baby's
thank you, pal.
so cute.
Thank you, pal. Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Why I said that was like because before at that time, I had to come home. My wife was pregnant at the time, actually.
Yeah.
So
At
I
that
had
time during filming.
during the film, yeah, when we're
Wow.
shooting, my wife was pregnant at the time, and I had to like hurry all the time, and then just I
Yeah.
want to go home. I want to go see my wife. I
Yeah.
can't stay on set. So after we shot at what do you call it, Yampian, right? You know Yampian, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So and then I drove there. So I'm like, I just have to go home. They said I had to shoot the next day, but they said, oh, they want to have dinner with me because the next day we have a like really short day on set. I'm like, I can't because I have to go home. But I didn't tell them reasons why. So I think I
Sure.
missed those opportunities. But every time we talked, every time we dialogue, they were really super nice. I'll tell you
Oh,
this,
nice.
they were the Tiger Bomb, right?
He's
First
awesome.
time
Yeah.
yeah, Tiger Bomb is just so cool. The first
Yeah.
time I met him, like I encountered with him, was in Busan, right? I didn't know he was Tiger Bomb because he didn't have the dread on. He had a double, right? Let's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
talk about that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so when we met at the hotel, it's like a five-star hotel. He saw me at the lobby. He already knew who I was.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he was saying hi. I was just saying hi, and we're just talking. And I said, "Oh, are you?" She asked me if I'm Karum. I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know who he was because that was the first time we're shooting
Sure.
in Busan. So and then while we were talking, people were asking for autograph. I'm like, "What's happening here?" Like they're
Yeah.
asking
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
for autograph, right? Like
Yeah.
girls were like, da, da, da. So I'm like, I didn't know who he was, but I just thought I don't know, maybe one of the investors or some famous person in Korea who was not in our movies. So when the
Sure.
next day, but he approached me. I didn't know who he was, right?
Yeah, dude.
And the
He's
next
so
day,
nice.
Jesus Christ, the next day, bam, was shooting. I'm like, and I like securities, like everybody trying to, I'm like, oh, this is the guy I was talking to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn,
I know.
yeah, these
I
guys
really
are big,
enjoyed.
yeah.
I enjoyed the conversations I had with him because he was just so genuine
Mm,
and like I said, very nice
mm,
and like you said, he would approach you and just and be very cordial and willing to chat and be like, oh, what's going on? How you doing? I
yeah.
remember after the shooting in was it Busan? We were hanging out a little bit, and I came home and I was like, man, Jin Sung-hyu is like I said to my wife, I was like, oh, he's the best, man. He's so cool.
I
He's so
didn't know
nice.
their
He's chill.
names. I'm
Yeah,
so bad with names. I'm so bad with names because I
yeah,
can't pronounce them. I'm like, God.
yeah, yeah.
So
But
my wife keep
he's just
asking me.
yeah. He's so
My
nice
wife,
and he's so
yeah,
cool.
my wife she kept asking me, do you have, because the story was out on the internet, right? So they had the stars' names and all that. She's like, did you meet this person? And I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I remember the girl from, the main actress. What's her name?
Kim Tae-ri.
Tae-ri, yeah. The day we went for the reading. Well, you had the reading.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. The day at the reading somewhere in like what do you call it? Yeongsan-do, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Someplace
Yep.
like that. So we that day we were reading, and because Kim Tae-ri was just next to me, so
Mm-hmm.
because they said we have a character, so we should sit together. So we're sitting, and then I was asking her who she was. She's like, "Oh, I'm just a ordinary person like you." I'm like, "Okay." Then I actually was doubting. I was like, I know maybe she's just lying. But I was like, oh, but what's your name? She's like, I don't know. You would know later. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. She doesn't have Instagram. She doesn't
Right. Yeah. I
have
don't think so.
Facebook. She told
Yeah.
me. She said, I don't have Instagram. I don't have Facebook.
Uh-huh.
So, and I walked out of the building like that night. I went to somewhere, I think in Hyundai, and I saw her
Mm.
picture in one of
Yeah.
the,
Like
in one of like
cloud
yeah,
beer.
cloud of
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a girl. And then
Yeah.
the
All right.
next time I met her, I told her she was just laughing. Like they were
Yeah.
so chill. They were so
So
chill.
nice.
You
And
couldn't
that's
even
good, man.
believe it.
That's really it's really humbling when you meet people that have a very noticeable stature that are known throughout Korea, and you meet them and they're just very humble and they're very nice. And I remember telling my wife too, like, oh, we had such a good shoot. It was so easy because everyone was so friendly and approachable, and that was one of the things that I really enjoyed about that. Same with Song Joong-ki, like he was such a G. He was so nice. So
Yeah.
that was cool, man. And then the scene that we all shot together, that was funny too because I think that was the first time we shot together, right? Like
Yes, I think so.
we
Yeah.
we had the table read, and then after that we met maybe once before, and then we just shot together. We just ran with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before, like the director had run through the scene, and we kind of had an idea of what to do, and then it was like, all right, let's go, and then and we did it, and I remember
No, I mean,
being like, yo, I'm gonna put this Pepsi here, we'll do this, and we kind of just jived, and yeah, everything worked, man. It was a fun shoot.
I think for me, I think the person that most impressed me was the director, man.
Yeah,
That director, he's so smart. He knows what he's doing.
yeah,
He knows
yeah,
what he wants. Like
yeah.
literally, he was the one acting the movie for everybody. Like on set, he would be like, "No, do it this way," and he would just go in front of the camera and then just go pop pop pump and say, "Do it."
Mm-hmm.
That dude,
Yeah,
like, I mean, thinking like after the movie, like when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, that this director was like the star. He was just
yeah.
so good. He was the
Well,
star.
and the cool thing is he wrote it. He brought that Imagine to life, and yeah, like he wrote it, directed it, he organized everything. He was on par.
I
Did
heard
it, and
he's been writing that movie for over 10 years. He's had that dream for over
yep,
10 years.
yep,
That movie.
yep.
Jesus Christ, man. And
I know.
my question is, after the whole thing, did you expect the movie would be this big, or what was your expectations?
Yeah, so I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest, because we shot it, and then there was a date that I had heard, December of 2020, I think is what it
20.
was. Yeah, and so obviously with Corona, things got pushed back. The original timeline got pushed up, then it got pushed back, pushed back, pushed back, and so I didn't know what to expect. Now I heard before that space movies in Korea are like almost non-existent. There's not a lot of them,
Never,
and
never,
whatever
yeah.
has had in the past is just not maybe that good or that well known. So I didn't know how to take it, but I had seen the other movies from the director, and his style's really unique and really cool, and he writes it himself and everything. So I knew it was gonna get some exposure, but I guess I didn't know it was gonna get this much exposure. And with the Netflix release, I think that only amplified it,
Yeah.
which was good, which is great. I'm
I
happy to
mean,
see that the movie's doing well.
yeah, for them, for the director and the movie, the people who invested in the money, invested in the movie, they didn't want to sell it to Netflix. Their thing was to show it in the movie theater, and because that's why they keep pushing the dates, right? We
Mm-hmm.
could have been like going to the premiere of the movie.
Sure.
I was
Yeah.
telling, I was telling a friend, I was on Clubhouse. You know Clubhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I was just talking with some friends. I'm like, your character was the best for me, really.
My character.
Yeah, it was so
Really?
funny. Like you were so funny in that your character for me, your
Yeah.
character was the best. For I mean,
Oh, thank you.
aside from the four other
The mains.
guys,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
yeah, the
appreciate that.
main. No, really, literally, it was just so natural and it was just so funny. Though, we shot that part on the same day when you came out of the restroom, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't see it that way. But
Mm-hmm.
when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, damn, this is so funny. Like
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
time you talk about you were so funny, and then I'm like, wow, this. And for me, it's I didn't think the movie was gonna be this good. Not
Yeah.
like, do you understand what I mean, right?
I know what you
It
mean. I
was
know you.
it.
Some hesitation towards it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like the movie, it's Hollywood like kind of movie.
Yeah. Well, you just never know, right? I mean, there's so much going into it. You have CGI, which is like, that's a whole bear to tackle by itself. It can go one of two ways, really. And then just the such a diverse crew, shot in Korea. So yeah, I know what you mean. It could have really gone off the handles quickly, but like you said, the director kept it together, did an awesome job. Everybody on set did a great job, and yeah, I was really happy with how it came out.
Yeah,
Really happy.
like actually when I started watching the movie, I wasn't watching the movie. I wanted to, okay, my thing was, okay, I want to watch how I did in the movie and stuff like that. But once I started watching the movie, it just
Hmm.
glue. You just don't want to move. Even
Hmm.
when after I passed, like I was kid in the movie just was just interesting. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, now the movie starts.
yeah,
Like literally this all that, and I thought the movie was just it's good. Like I was watching reviews on on YouTube, right? Where
hmm,
people they had positive reviews, like they're doing
hmm,
really well. Aside
yep,
from the little mistakes, because that's expected for
yeah,
people, the viewers wouldn't even know, but like
hmm,
professionals would know because it's the first Korean movie, science fiction movie, and there's bound to be mistake. And I thought like it was flawless for me.
it was
Like
good.
that was flawless. Like he was really, I think he
Where
did
did you
well.
where did you watch the movie? Were you at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, watched it at home. Did you? I mean, yeah, you can only have so many people, right? With the restrictions, but were you able to kind of like watch it with some friends or family, or just kind of sat
I
back
just
and
No, I. When was the first I watched it? Like my wife was just so ecstatic about it. Like the day it was
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
come out, I went
yeah,
to
yeah,
work and it's just like, oh, we have a movie date and all that. And I'm like, well, I like what movie? She's like, what movie? Because I was at work, I was just stressed, right? Kind of stressed. So,
sure,
and then
sure.
she's like, the movie. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I saw it with her and my son. That's it. That's it. We just
That's
watched
awesome.
it together. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you can't have more than five people at the
more than
house.
five people.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I know it was weird. So I was in funny story. I was actually in the hospital because my wife had just given birth. Uh, what was it, like 3 days before?
oh,
And so I had planned to, watch it at home comfortably, with my wife and maybe two or one friend or whatever, or family. But we were in the hospital and I had my son and then my wife, and it was actually the best experience being able to watch that. They were so unique, and it was just yeah, it was really fun.
they had
Well,
Netflix at the hospital.
well, I brought my computer and an HDI
Oh,
cable, and
oh.
then we had a small little TV on the wall. It was
Awesome.
it was perfect. We sat back and yeah, it was good. It was good fun to watch it, and
So like everybody at the hospital was like they watched it.
I don't know about other people. We had our own room, so
Oh, okay,
we
yeah,
just
okay.
watched it in the room.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a unique experience at the hospital.
I know,
Wow.
man. I did not expect that. Yeah, so
That's awesome. I was actually thinking maybe, they will probably call us to come watch the movie before the movie comes out, but no calls. I think they were just busy with Netflix and all
hmm,
the things. But
yeah,
um the only thing I see with this movie is like people watching it from other countries, right? If
Hmm.
they if they listen into other languages, it sounds weird because of the syncing of it. Like
Sure. Yeah.
the lip syncing of it, it doesn't match. And if you watch it in English, if you change your Netflix to English, it
Hmm.
sounds different. It sounds different. You don't get to
Yeah, that's
catch
the
the
hard part
vibe.
with
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the different languages. But
yeah. Even. Mhm.
I was just gonna say, but like, I really like that part of it because for a Korean movie, it incorporated a lot of different languages, a lot of different cultures in a very unique way. So that was pretty cool. I know what you mean about the language,
Mm.
especially what language you watch it in, right? You can choose
Watch
to
it
watch
in.
it in
Yeah,
English,
yeah,
you can choose
yeah.
to watch it in Korean, or yeah.
I
So
think if people want to watch it overseas, I would want them to watch it in Korean.
with the
That way,
subtitles, yeah.
yeah, with the subtitles. That way they can get the full energy in the movie and the whole thing. Because the human part of it, it's when you
Hmm.
listen to in English, they don't feel the human. It doesn't sound the same. You understand what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
it's.
what you mean.
I saw. I was at the barber shop today, right? The barber shop, the barber guy. He said, "I saw your movie." He was just so. I think he's here live. I don't know. He added me on Instagram. He's like, "I saw your movie," because he's been cutting my hair. I never told him I did anything, right? So he
Hmm.
just. When I came, he was just so happy. He's like, "I saw your movie. I want to add you. I'll come around." And and he said that he was just watching the movie right there with me while he was
Yeah,
cutting my hair. So it
yeah,
was
that's
it was
awesome.
funny. And then so he switched the language to English, and that's when I noticed what people were, because my friend in Canada was telling me he couldn't hear my Nigerian accent when they were watching it
Okay.
in English. So I told him to switch it to Korean. When he did, my accent came out. Like, you
Oh,
could
okay.
hear
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, so that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about, because I think Netflix kind of like, just depends on the country you're watching it from. It's kind
Hmm.
of hard for you to get the whole thing in the movie. But yeah, for me, man, I wish we could, get more opportunities like this, man.
It
It's,
was great. It was a great opportunity, and I'm excited to see where this movie goes. Obviously
mm,
it's getting good receptions now, so that's really good. And I think I don't know. I mean, what would be great is if there was some sequel that came out of it. Now I don't know if the director is big on sequels or not, or if it even set it up for a sequel, but that would be cool, right?
yeah. But I was telling my wife, I'm like, since because the plan was not for Netflix. Now it's on Netflix. They probably might want to make it, see what
Hmm.
happens
Hmm.
later. But if they're trying to make a part two or make it a series or whatever, what do you call her? Victory. What's her name? The little girl.
Kathleen,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Dorothy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Dorothy. She's got to go find somewhere to get me back.
Yeah, right, 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 right. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah,
You see, she's got to find somehow. So
I
because she
forgot
has to
about
use
that.
another bot to wake me up. Because if I think I don't know, like the story could be, it's easy could be another series come out because it's on Netflix. Netflix, if it does well, Netflix will like push them to do more, right?
Hmm.
You will be in it, and I'm already dead. I'm like, what the? You gotta
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
find a way, because I was now a bad person. I was protecting you, and you have to find a way to get me back.
Right, right, right. And we can make it work.
Yeah,
Let's put in the word and
yeah.
work some stuff.
Right about it. They said, "Come on, man, you have to uh, make Dara to bring him back."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess they
It's
they did set it up because they didn't really uh they didn't I guess they kind of, but they didn't really show her bringing Earth back to life. In a sense they kind of explained that she would, but they didn't go to the point of showing, all is back to normal. She was able to reverse everything that was going on and save the planet. So there is a story there. You could
Yeah, because at
absolutely.
the end there was some kind of attack. They left. I don't know where they're going to. So that's like, okay, something might
Yeah,
happen.
right, 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 right.
Yeah. So I
There was
mean,
a
how did you?
scene at the end that was
Mhm.
cut that I was a little bit bummed about. So at the end, my scene, I'm with Kim Tae-ri and we kind of approach this guy who was stealing money, right? and his name's Porky. And so at the end of that scene, she tells me to go get money, get the money, right? So I actually do. I go get the money, and we shot this. And then there's this brief moment, right? There's a brief moment where she is leaving with the money that I give her, and she kind of like stops on her way out the door and then looks back at me, and then with just a kind of a blank look, and I kind of give her a little slight smile. And then so we shot this a few different ways, but the take that people seem to like on set was she kind of gave a slight smile back, which kind of gives it kind of gives the perception that Pierre, she's okay with Pierre, not just like he's some weird guy,
Like, oh, yeah.
But I was a little upset that they cut that, because I was like, that was a victory for Pierre. I was excited to see that victory, but that's all right.
I mean, I mean, that's expected with movies, man.
Sure.
Like, I had some scenes cut off too. Like, I like to be real. I didn't think that we have all those, like, I was in it a lot, like more than I thought. More than I thought I will come out, because you probably shoot the whole thing and then you get cut off.
Sure.
So I was actually surprised they put me. Most of the scenes I shot was in, but not everything, of course. Part of there was a scene I shot with Rachel too that was not in there, and with this other girl where she was dragging me to wake up after I got shot. That there was a scene there, I can't remember, but it was cut off. Was not in that movie, but. And you were up too. Like, I think it was me, you, that was really, you came out a lot in the movie. Like, even you were at the end, like,
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a fun movie to watch. I enjoyed it. I think everybody did really well.
So what did you hear anything like what the critics said about the movie? Like, any critic?
I didn't really look. To be honest with you, I hate. I kind of just cringe watching myself in general. I don't know if that's a narcissistic thing to say or not, but I think you're your worst critic, right? And that's true in my sense as well. So I don't know. I tend to stay away from all that.
Me actually watching it. Yeah, me actually watching myself, I felt like there were some expressions like I didn't make during the movie, like where I didn't, like in the movie where I actually could have done better was when before we got shot, right? He took me to the corner and started asking me for his money, like the $2 million, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever the money was. And then I said it's in the sheep, and he said something. And actually at that time when they made that shot, like we shot it a lot, right? The director didn't just say stay there. But when me watching it, I'm like, no, this is not the facial expression I should make here. Like, this was me, like me just criticizing myself and saying, this is I'm supposed to do better. And one of the places when we sat down, when we're watching the space where she said, talk about it. It's just the expression, little expressions there and there. But
of course,
next time
you're always going to do that. You're always going to go back and be like, oh man, that what would have been good there? This sort of expression that would have been good. You always do that. But when I was watching your character, I was completely sold. I liked how he was a strong guy. Like he didn't really give any shit. He talked straight. And so I think you did an awesome job at that.
Yeah, they wanted me to just be stone cold, right? In the whole movie, is the one because stone cold.
Because if you think about it, your character, we don't know early on, but he's a black box, so he's obviously he's got some sort of gang rebelness to him. But at the same time, he's in space. We're all in space. We're all kind of starving, right? Because it's not going well. We're not part of the UTS society, so we're struggling. And your guy's a tough guy, man. He's he's in charge of stuff, in charge of money. So he's got to be strong, and so so I was like, when I was watching, I was like, yeah, I like that. That's perfect. That's sold.
But your carefree character was the thing I like. It's just so funny. But you were acting like you don't care about where you were, and you're just having fun being around. It was just so every time you come out, I'm like laughing. Seriously, the expression that comes from your face is always like funny.
Man, so singing the song on set was that was fun because so I had to write that song, right? So I wrote it, came up with the lyrics, and then performed it. And I had no idea how it was going to come across in the movie, right? Because given the scenes and how, you know, the setting before and after and so forth. So I just wrote some different songs and some lyrics and stuff and put it together. And then as I was delivering it, man, just keep in mind we're on set. You know, everything's quiet. The cameras are rolling, but it's just me. It's just me singing this song. And I was like, after each take, I'd just be like, "Ooh, that was embarrassing, huh?" That was like.
I think I was there when you shot that one too, but I don't know. I was not there. The only where I was like when you were complaining about your French, like, oh, is my French good enough? Yeah, I know you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
worried about your French.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
is my
yeah.
French good enough? Everybody was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
relax. I remember telling you, oh, forget it. You did well. I speak French a little bit. Like I understand.
Yeah,
I haven't spoke French in 15 years, but you
yeah.
know me, for me understanding French and you know getting know, I'm like, forget it. You did well. I
Thank you,
mean, I
brother.
think you did really good. I mean,
Thank you,
we
brother.
all did well. We all did really good. I'm really happy for the movie, and I'm just hopeful. And I have a question. I don't know if I should ask you this question here, because if you go to the movie website, right, or you go to or you like you search a movie on Naver.com, right?
Hmm.
You see your picture and the reporter. I forgot his name. I don't know his name. You know the reporter, right? The
In the
reporter who
movie,
got, yeah, in the movie. The reporter in the movie. The
Foreigner,
guy who, yeah,
another foreigner. You mean the neighbor website page, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
name,
yeah.
you know, yeah, but your name and his name and the four stars are like as the cast in it, but mine is not there. How did you?
Oh, yeah, man. Message me after. I'll let you know how.
Okay, but I already
Yeah.
registered. I registered on
Oh, you
Naver.
did? Okay.
I'm there now.
Yeah.
I'm there now, but I don't. I want to know how I can put it there
Okay.
to
Yeah.
the website.
Yeah. I'll let you know off camera.
Okay,
But yeah,
okay, later.
we'll get
Yeah.
there. But
So how is your baby now? Are
so,
you have?
man,
Is he
it's
a
good.
boy or
So
girl?
it's a boy.
Boy.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, baby boy, and we're doing good. We're in the first, first month, right? So first 2 weeks. So it's I don't know if I look exhausted. I feel exhausted, but that's part of it, right? So I mean, it's cool. Like as tiring as it is, every minute's worth it, and you don't really notice that you're tired. You do, and you don't, right? Or you
Yeah.
notice, but you don't
You know
care.
you feel you're so happy, and
Yeah,
you feeling like you have this feeling like, oh, I'm tired, but you just don't care. Like,
you don't care
hey,
as much. Yeah,
when my baby was saying like my because I had my baby in the States. My wife went to the U.S. to have my baby
yeah,
because I was so busy with that movie too,
sure,
and I was so
sure.
busy that there was no way I could take care of her. Her parents live in Busan, so I had to send her to the U.S. to go
Yeah,
deliver the baby. And when they came back, they came in January. Jesus Christ, I had to. It was first time, first baby. I had it was not easy, but I
of
always
course. Yeah,
feel fulfilled, right? You have this
yeah,
fulfillment, like you feel happy but stressful. You look at the wife, it's always very, very hard, man.
yeah, yeah.
We
Right.
gotta help them. We gotta help them. Like I helped my wife. I tried as much as I could to help
Yeah,
her because she was always very exhausted because there are a lot of things she has to do. But babies are just so adorable, man. I saw your baby
yeah, they
already.
are, and they
It's
just
cute.
everything is fine when you hold your baby, when you look at your baby. Everything kind of just melts away. So it's the stress that you have, even though it's difficult, like you said, it's not an easy thing, but it's all
Yeah.
worth it, and it doesn't matter. So yeah, it's very fun. It's new, it's exciting, and we're doing it. So it's good, man.
It's like coming home to see your son every day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But yeah,
beautiful.
but exhausted. You can probably like
I see. I see that. Hey,
slowly,
listen.
slowly drifting.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, listen. When he turns one,
Hmm.
bro, that's when now my son he's so energetic. Like he wants to do this. He wants to say everything. He wants to go here. He wants to do like he is like my wife. He's asleep somewhere in the other room, right? So I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
He always calling my name. So I just
Sure.
and he wants me to take him everywhere, man. Like
Yeah, wants daddy.
like your whole house is organized right now, right? Looks good, looks nice. When he's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
moving around, he
yeah,
destroys everything. He just scatters everything, and
yeah.
man. But they're still
Our
beautiful,
house
still
becomes
good. Yeah.
his playhouse pretty soon. Yeah,
You don't have your space. No dates, no dates. Boy, I mean, dates are over. The dates are at the home. The
yeah,
dates at the
yeah,
house. You're not going
yeah.
anywhere. Oh
That's
man,
fun.
it's I'm happy to see and talk to you again,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It was we had
Absolutely.
a good vibe, and though it was a short vibe at that day at that
Yeah,
shoot, right? It was a short
yeah.
one, but yeah, we had a good vibe, and I hope if you when your baby is growing up a little bit and there's less corona and all these restrictions, let's my wife, your wife, let's have dinner or something
Let's
and
do it.
let's hang out. Let's do
Love
it,
it.
man. Yeah,
Absolutely.
let's hang out. Thanks
Your
for
son will
coming,
teach
man.
my son the ways how to mess the house up properly.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. He will.
Yeah.
He's very good at that. So what
All
are
right,
you
brother.
working tomorrow? You have anything to do tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta go in. Gotta work. So I'll probably get some sleep and then start all over again.
All right, man.
Try and take care of these bags under my eyes.
Go catch some sleep. Catch
All
some
right, brother.
sleep, go to bed. Talk to you soon, man. Thanks for
Yeah, brother.
coming. I
Stay in
appreciate
touch
it.
and best of luck to
Sure.
you and everything. So we'll
So yeah,
talk soon. All
I'll
right.
message you for what we talked about and then you tell me what to do.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, man.
See you, bud.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye. Okay. Richard is gonna come next. Richard, did you request? I think people are asking questions. You're so handsome. Thank you. That night, I don't know who that is. It's amazing movie, handsome guy. Thank you. From the UK, Canada. Okay. Thanks everyone. James Campbell, everybody. Thank you. Malaki, congratulations on your movies. What's your feeling when you first met your son? Ah, okay. I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna add Rachel. Rachel, please request to come back on my live. Rachel, please request to come on my live. And anybody who, okay, request to come on my live. Okay, I'll add Rachel now. Oh, what happened? Rachel, Pablo sent a request. Rachel, can't see her. Please request to come on my live again. I'm gonna add Pablo. Pablo. Okay, Rachel is here. Okay, just a sec. Pablo, I will add you next. I can't add anybody. What's happening? Oh, okay, I'll add Pablo. Rachel, just a second, please. I don't know what's
Hey,
happening.
bro.
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing,
bro.
man?
How you doing?
Happy Valentine's to you, man.
Same here, bro.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Nice to speak with you today. Whoa, I'm so happy, man. For the record, I'm a big fan of yours, and I think
Thank
your
you.
movie not too long ago and it was interesting.
Okay,
It
thank you.
was.
Wait, sorry. Where you from? Sorry.
I'm from Edo State, but I'm based in Germany.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
from Edo State too, right?
I'm Benin boy. I'm a Benin guy.
Oh, Edo Pataki.
You know
Madonna.
how it is. Yes, I get you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where
So,
you from in that state? Sorry.
okay, I'm from Uonde, Uonde local
One day
government.
local government area. Okay.
Yeah. But I stayed in Sapler Road most of the
Hmm.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, before I relocated
So,
here to Germany.
okay, what's your view? What's your take on the movie? What do you have to share with
Damn.
us?
For the record, I will have to give it 9/10 if I want to rate it,
Oh,
because
thanks.
when I watched the movie, I binged it with my friend, and my friend was like, this movie is 2 hours, 2 hours plus. Is it not going to be boring?
Four
I was like,
hours,
calm down.
17 minutes.
Yes, I was like, calm down. Let's watch this movie. First of all, I saw the graphics and everything, the space and all this stuff. My friend like, what this technology film again? I'm not sure it's gonna be.
I
Then I
understand.
saw, then I saw a robot, and the robot was just very, very, very funny to me. Like
Yeah.
it was one of my best characters. Like
That robot the guy he's a
Mhm.
very famous person in Korea.
Ah, really?
Yes, yeah,
Uh,
the voiceover. Actually, the robot
yes.
is the guy himself acted the movie.
Ah, I thought it was a female because it wasn't trained
No,
to be female or something.
because if you listen to the story,
Yeah.
um, the robot was doesn't have a gender, right? So, but
Exactly.
when the robot talked to the Dorothy, and Dorothy said, call the robot a she. So he's like, oh, you call me
Yes.
a she? Okay, then I want to be a girl. So that's how the story came about.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Because I really really enjoyed the movie. I was like, oh god, this
Thank
movie
you.
shouldn't stop. Like it should just
Mm.
continue. I thought maybe
Yeah,
let
the
this
movie
movie
is
just be
kind
a
of like
series and everything.
engaging. It just glue. It just glue you to the chair and just I was impressed with it. Though I was in there, but I was just impressed with the movie, man.
Yeah, exactly. Me and my friend, we were just drinking and we were just laughing, because we were in the middle of the movie. We were just laughing and everything. I felt like this is the kind of movie I want to watch, not all those other serious and all those Nigeria drama and everything. So
You
it
know
was really
what? If I
crazy.
tell I haven't watched Nigerian movies in 14, 15 years, man.
Yeah, but
So,
the only Nigeria movies I watch maybe is on Netflix. I think those ones is matured. This one is they're really
I've been in Nigerian movie before. In
really
2011, I was in a Nigerian movie. I played a
yeah.
big role in that movie, but I had to leave because I had projects in Korea. I had to leave at the time. I didn't finish the movie, but the scene I shot in was out. But
Ah, okay.
the movie, I don't want to even tell anybody because the production was. Think about it. Like when I went to that movie, okay, they actually I wanted to try something like in Nigeria, right? I've been doing
Yeah,
stuff overseas, so I said, oh, I'm in Nigeria, let me just try something. So I went to
of course.
Lagos.
Yeah.
I went to just one audition,
Mm-hmm.
and the director just picked me. I was in the movie. The movie was with Tonto Dike, right? Tonto Dike was in the
Yes.
movie. Two Faces' wife was in the movie. Forgot her
Yeah,
name.
Annie Libya, yeah.
Yeah. So when they took me in, they said, "Oh, you'll be a brother of a guy who came from overseas and stuff like that." I had a lot of
Yes.
scene in that movie, but they would tell you they start movie at say at 9 a.m. I'll be there at 8 a.m. They will start
Mm.
shooting at 1 a.m.
Hmm.
The discipline is out of here. Like they will come in and they'll start because they say, "Oh, the star is not here." You see, you see the stars we deal with here, guys. If a movie starts to shoot at 9, they'd be there at 7, because
Whoa.
they want to show be a good example. These are
Yes, punctuality
they're
matters,
role
yes.
models. They are not ordinary
Yes.
people. But in Nigeria or Africa, it's the other way around. They come in late with they think they have a big car. They come in with like their car. They're like doing like this. They
Yeah.
say, "Oh, I don't
They
want
feel
this. I
big
don't
and
want that."
everything. I
So
understand.
I was just waiting. At the time, I was waiting. I was changing. I was doing some documentation. So I was just using that to kill my time. I
Yes.
didn't. They didn't pay me 1 naira.
Really? Are you
Yeah, I
serious?
didn't. They didn't pay me. They were, anyways. The thing is, I just said I don't want. I just wanted the experience. I
The
didn't want the
experience of
money.
it.
So
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
time, this
exactly.
was 2011. They said they're gonna pay me about 40 or 50,000 naira for
No.
almost 13 scenes. 13 scenes, and
It's insane.
you're gonna pay me 30 or 40,000 naira, and that is not even at the time it should be $200 at the time because of the exchange at the time.
Yes, yes, exactly. Damn, man. But at least you got the experience, and
So that's why I
that
just
really
told them,
matters.
I'm like, keep the money, don't worry, just use that to remember me. That's all. And then
Of course, man. It's really
sorry,
crazy.
man. I have one of our cast waiting for me. I'll
Okay,
probably bring you back because it's late
no
here. I want to
problem, no
bring back
problem.
again. Thank you,
All right,
man.
no
Thanks for
problem. Okay, bro.
one love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel, come in, please, Rachel. Okay. For some reason, Rachel, I cannot add you. What's happening, Rachel? Rachel. Jeez. Okay, there you go. Rachel, I'm waiting. Just added you. Rachel, pick up. People are waiting to join the live. Pick up, Rachel. Pick up, Rachel. Pick up. Where's your phone? Rachel. Where did Rachel go? Okay. Okay. I'll add somebody else. Did I just add my blogger? Blogger? Is that the same? I don't know. If you want to join my live, please request to join in. Or if you have any questions.
Hi. Hello,
Hi,
bro.
brother. Hi, how you
I'm
doing?
fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
First of all, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. You have
Yeah.
your drinks, you have your wine.
Yeah, I just finished one though.
Oh wait, just a second, John. Richard, I tried adding you. It was waiting. It said waiting and waiting for you to add me. Didn't add. So Richard, just please give me 5 minutes. I promise you. I'll just give me a few minutes. I'll add you. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm still speaking from Italy, but I'm from Edo State. I'm a Benin from the local government as well. You know.
Okay. One day.
First of all, I just want to say big up. I believe this is just the beginning, and I'm so pleased to see this movie. So interesting, awesome, amazing. And
Thank you.
what kept me interested is that seeing a brother from the Benin Kingdom being in this movie was was super exciting. So first of all, I just want to say the Lord is your strength and you're heading places for sure, for sure. And coming
Thank
about the
you.
movie, I watched the movie with my wife and it was amazing. You know,
Mm.
I just can't find words to describe it. You know.
I mean, how did you hear about the movie?
Yeah, the movie is interesting because well the other guy spoke about the robot. It was like everybody wanted to know the status of the robot, the gender status, you know. Well, out of the conversation from the guy, now I'm convinced the robot can be male, can be female. But I was like, it's a female thing, you know. But it's all good and the production, everything, the atmosphere, the energy, the chemistry, just it was just awesome, you know.
Great. So
And
so great, great. Right.
yeah. And secondly, do you have any for now? Do you have any? I have a question, if you don't mind.
No, no, no.
Uh,
Ask any questions, man. I'm good.
okay. Do you have any plans of making a movie with the Nollywood actors and actresses?
You mean in Nigeria?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm open. I'm open to listen. Like for me, I'm open to do anything, even if it's India, man. I don't care, man. I would do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't care. I would do anything. Like I was actually trying to get in touch with some of those directors because it's not about me, myself. I mean, because if you look at the trend, Korean
Yeah.
movies going up, right? In the
Yeah.
world. Like I heard in Nigeria, people are watching Korean drama. I've been to a lot of dramas, like but you will not see because I'm not a big. I don't even watch dramas, anyways. But um, being in a movie is what the director wants and what they want. Like I can, if they give me a role to play in Nigeria, I'll fly back home. They don't need to pay. I'll pay. I want to be able to grow. Kind of like I want to do something big in Nigeria. I mean, this is just an awareness for me to show people in Nigeria that um, we could do big. This is actually the first time they have it in Nigeria in a Korean big. This is a
Of course, of course, of
big
course.
screen movie. It's not a small
Global.
movie. People don't understand the magnitude of this movie. So I'm
Yeah.
not just representing Benin. I'm representing Nigeria. So I'm
African
working
general.
so it's yeah, not yeah. My okay. I was saying, I don't know if you heard me. The movie, my parts, I wrote them. They gave me a
Wow.
story. I wrote them because, and that's why you see, I wasn't sounding all pigeon because I want people from other African countries to understand what I was saying. The
Exactly.
plan was to make people in Africa to understand me. So if I was speaking, I was trying to make sure everybody get what I was saying, not just me like taking the message to just Nigeria. I want people who from other African countries. I have friends from Uganda and from Cameroon said, "Oh, this saw the
Yeah.
movie was they were impressed and they could understand it." So that's like that was the reason. That was the goal for that. So yeah, if it comes to and even if it's Sudan, like they said they want me to act, I'll come there. I'll do my thing. And if they want to join Korean directors, they want to collaborate, we could do things like, but
Yeah.
some of these Nigerian directors, they don't want to branch out. They're okay with the money because for some, I think it's just about the money. You
Yeah.
know, the
True.
money, of course, it's number one, but you have to understand that you have to go places too. You have to understand where the trend is going. The trend is
Yeah.
Hollywood is Hollywood. It's always there, number one. But the trend is also moving really fast. Korea, when it comes to Korean music, K-pop, and a whole lot of things like Korean drama. I've been in a lot of Korean, what you call it, movie, we call it music videos. So I
Yeah.
know these
Yeah.
people. So I'm not, but I don't. I'm not a loud person. I'm not a person who
Yeah.
I just want them to. I want to try to contact them. Some of them they don't. I know they don't check their DM. They look very busy or they don't believe. It takes time, but if they want, I would want to. It's not a big deal. Corona, no Corona. Nigeria is my home, and I don't have any reason not to be there. I've been to the U.S. and I did a job in America. Like this
Yeah.
was in America. I did a small. I played a little. It was not a blockbuster movie, but it was a movie, mostly in Atlanta. There it was like Atlanta. That's my where I base whenever I'm in America. So yeah, I want to work for them if it's possible. You understand? It's for
Oh,
me. I'm always open to every possibility. I'm not.
I
I don't
see.
care. I don't care, man.
I see. One more question, please. Your academic background, did you school in Edo State? And which local government are you from?
I'm from Uredo. I'm actually Bini. I'm from Uredo.
Okay. Okay.
I went to Medupalog Grammar School. At the time, it was grammar
Nice.
school. I don't know what it is now.
Wow.
And,
Still.
so after that, I went to Auchi Polytechnic.
Like me as well. What department? Sorry.
I was in mechanical engineering at the time. Every time everybody wanted to be mechanical engineering, so I was a
Yeah.
mechanical
Yeah.
engineer. I didn't like it.
Wow.
I didn't like it. Trust me. I was just there because my family wanted me to do that. At that
Yeah.
time, I had problems with jam. I had a good jam score, but I wanted to go to Univen, but there was
Yeah.
like you had to pay whatever to get in at the time.
Yeah.
You had to bribe somebody. But anyway, so I left that and I came to Korea to study. After my ND, um, because actually I went to after Edukmolo, I went to Benin Technica. After Benin Technica, I went to Aochi. After Aochi, I came to Korea to study 4 years full time, 4 years in business. Business. I had a minor in acting. So after that, that's how I started working here and just working and doing a whole lot of things. Yeah.
Oh, big up, man.
Mm.
First of all, I'm a fan.
Thank you,
I said
sir.
the truth, nothing but the truth. My household is a big fan,
Thank
and
you.
I know that you have so many fans around,
Mm.
people wishing you the best of luck. And
Thank you. Thank
the
you, sir.
sky is your beginning, bro.
Thank
Big
you.
up. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
sir. God bless you.
Salute. Yeah.
Tomo.
Domosa.
Okay, I'm gonna add Rachel now. Rachel, it better works this time, Rachel. Yes, that's it. Rachel, it said it's Putin. You have to add me now. Rachel, it said it's Putin. It said, wait, there you go, Rachel. Come on now.
Oh my God. I don't know what was going on. I kept trying. Good
Yeah.
to see you.
Good to see you too. Actually, it requested, I saw it, and then, but I tried to add you. It was just saying, I think you kept at the same time you kept requesting back again, so it could not because it's already waiting for me to add you.
I don't know. It kept saying that it wasn't sent.
It was because the first one was sent, so I need to. I actually requested you. You didn't join. Right, fine. So how are you, Rachel? It's been a while.
Well, you know, we old people, we don't know how to work this stuff.
I know. I didn't say that. You said it, not me.
How are you, Nas? We miss you.
Good to see you too, man. It's been a year too, like a year and
a year and a half, almost like we've been waiting a long time.
Yeah. I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
You know, they pushed this movie way many times. Like, it'll come out today, it'll come out tomorrow. It never came out. Well, you know.
Yeah, it was.
Happy came out.
Well,
it did. So, what's your impression?
Well, you know,
Okay.
I think it was.
Just a second, please.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Richard. She's if you watch the movie, she's one of the
Black Fox
one of the
5.
Black Foxes. She's just behind me. She was right behind me on my side. She actually protected me from me being killed by what's his name? Like Tiger
Park. By Tiger Park, yeah.
Yeah, and she was in mask too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, actually, you know, this was my first movie in Korea, and actually my first movie in general. And I had just come, you know, into the business at that time, and I really was clueless. I didn't know what was going on, and you know, without Korean language, I really didn't know anything. And thank you to Gabrielle, that really helped me a lot with the language.
Well, I was gonna add him to this live. I don't know. I was trying. I didn't remember his Instagram. Can you, if you get off, you can text him to come join this live.
Yeah. I'll text him to join the live. Yeah, he was a super help to me.
Yeah, he was nice.
And yeah, and you know, I didn't know what was really going on most of the time, but I just followed along as best I could. And like you mentioned earlier, the director, he was fabulous, really fabulous.
Awesome.
You know, he was always kind and respectful. And he was patient, you know, and he, like you said, he knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted to see, and he knew how to make it happen in a very kind way. Mm-hmm. You know, he didn't yell or scream at anybody. He just was really.
You know one thing I noticed about him? Whenever he was mad, he would be like, break, cut, and he could take a cigarette break, and he will cuss. I will hear him cuss in Korean. I would just be laughing. I know he was mad, then he come back with a smiling face, and he's like, "Okay, now you can do it. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Let's do it now." But you know, he's really nice. You know, listen. Okay, I know I was chosen for this movie, but I didn't want to do this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know how many?
Why not?
Times? Okay. Now, let me give you a backstory to this movie. Let everybody hear. Okay. So now, when I was told to come for the audition, right? My agent called me. I said, "Oh, I will." They said, "Oh, they called the names of the stars." I'm like, "I don't know. I actually don't know them. I don't watch. I don't want to." I said, "How much?" That's my thing. They said they don't know. They said it's gonna be big money because it's gonna be a big movie. I said, "Okay." But what's the range? They said it could be. They just give me an exorbitant money. Like they say, it could be $100,000. I'm like, $100,000? Why not? Okay, let's go. You know. And then I left work and I went there. We went for the audition, and then the first audition was like, oh, they gave me a part to play. Have you seen the movie? No. I forgot the title of the movie. It's a very good movie. No Place for Young Men, something like that. No Place for Young. No Place for.
It sounds something familiar like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it was there's no place for maybe young men or I can't remember.
Oh, grumpy men. There's an old grumpy man or something. Oh yeah, there's something. Yeah.
There's no place for old people. I think for old, the place for no place for old men. People. Old
I
man,
think
something like that. I can't
something
remember
like that. Yeah.
that movie is actually good. It's they wanted me to act that character because they didn't want me to smile, but had. So I tried that character, was not very good fit for me. And then after I did it, they said, okay, that was the first. And the second, they said they gave me another thing. I did it, and they said, okay, now you do your thing. I said, do my thing. They said, yes, just act. That is when I killed the audition. When they gave me the time to do my thing, the guy was like, what? How long you been acting forever? I'm like, I don't know. And then did I do was like, this is like, they never, over 30 people went for their audition. Over 30 people.
Really?
Yes, for my role. They had so many agencies go in, so many agents bring people in.
Wow.
And then they called me back for another interview, right? For another audition, right? Second audition. And I went in, and then this time the director was there. He said, did this, do it. 3 times I went for audition, 3 times. So after the audition, the whole thing, and then they not said, oh, they want to choose me, and I said, when's the date? They said, it's so date. I'm like, I can't do it. The director was like, please. The director called me. He said, let's go eat dinner. He wanted to have dinner with me. Like, he said he chose me, not me choosing the movie. Like, he chose me for the movie. So
You were the best part. I mean, you were the best person for that role. I mean, you were great.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Our
when
fearless leader.
so when I said okay, then we signed the paper, did the paperwork, we signed the contract, and do everything. Just took me to this big fancy hotel. We signed the whole thing, and then I couldn't back out. But so I had to sacrifice. That's how I got the movie, and then that's how we did it for like 3 months. But it was it was a really good experience for me.
That's really
I've
nice.
been.
Yeah.
So you've not done like any like extras before?
Me?
Yeah.
I before I did that movie, I was in a music video. It was really fun for 2 days with a Taiwanese pop singer, and
In Thailand?
that
In Taiwan?
no, he had come to Korea to film,
Mm-hmm.
and we were treated like royalty. It was really fun, and we had a lot of scenes, a lot of wardrobe changes, and we just had a lot of fun. It was a music video with uh, now I can't think of his name. I have to look it up, but yeah, it was fun, and then this movie was my second gig.
You're lucky. If this is your second
Yeah,
gig, you're lucky. Do you know how
the
many
second.
years I've been in this industry to get this part? It's not easy to get. Even though you are not like you're just extra, but your camera, you had a camera shot, like you had
I
the
had a
whole
lot of
thing.
camera shots. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
so that's a big
yeah.
thing. I have
I
been in
remember
movies
that.
that never saw me. I've been in movies nobody can see me, just walk past and all that. And,
No, we saw you. You were good.
no, I
Yeah,
mean
but
before this movie. I mean, I've
oh,
been in a
before
lot of
that
other
one, yeah,
movies like you would not see me in it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was glad I didn't have any lines to memorize. Being my first one, I mean, you really had a lot of lines to say, and that's the toughest part for me. In the acting is memorizing the lines. So I was happy. I was scared that I might have to do that. I mean, for the audition, I didn't even know I was going to audition, to tell you the truth. The agent sent me to a place, and she said, here, read this. And so I read it, and then it was the assistant director, Sujin, and I didn't know she was the assistant director or anything. And so I did the part that I practiced, and then she said, can you speak any other languages? I was like, well, I speak Hebrew. So she said, can you do something in Hebrew? And I was totally unprepared. So I just kind of winged it, the same script, kind of thinking off the top of my head to do it in Hebrew, and it was, I guess it made an impression. I guess it's, so I got chosen. And honestly, I really didn't know much, but it was, it was a really good experience. I mean, I've watched Korean dramas and films and things for a long time, and just film in general. And I love watching making of, behind the scenes. And it was really thrilling, even though, I had 6 days of shooting. And even though we were just sitting around a lot, because I don't know how much your audience knows, but, making film involves a lot of sitting around while the set gets set up and the camera people get in place and all of the decisions get made, and finally you get called to do your shoot, and you may be in there 5 minutes, and then the rest, you probably remember, and then then you're waiting around again. But for me,
and sometimes we fall asleep, and then you have like swollen eyes. They're like, oh shoot, it's like, oh okay, and then you have to now get your face back again. And what are we doing? It's like, go do this. Like, yeah. Sometimes you have to shoot other people, and they say you wait because other people are shooting. And and just before to my audience here, I'm giving away. I'm gonna give today's Valentine's Day. I'm talking to people in Nigeria. I'm gonna give away a few bucks. I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna give away a few bucks to people. But if you have questions, I'll answer the questions. If you want to come my live, you can join my live, and then just request to join my live. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Invite people to join this live. I only have today. I don't know when I'm gonna come back live again. It's probably not. I don't know. But yeah. So this is a big chance to ask your questions, and I'm gonna give people. Since it's a day of giving, it's love. I'm gonna give people something. And just stick around and listen. So yeah. Sorry for cutting me short. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's very thrilling to be watched behind the scenes, and just see how it all works, how it gets all put together. And I don't think all of us really understood the
enormity.
I don't know the word, enormity of the project exactly, and how much they did with the main characters did with preparation. We saw in the trailers and things like that, and they really worked hard on that. And the digital effects and everything. It was for first time. I mean, it was promoted as the first time for this kind of a movie in Korea. And for that, I mean, I had people. A lot of my friends watched it in America and in Israel, in here in Korea, in other places, around the world where we have your friends. And the reports back were pretty good.
They were pretty impressive. So
yeah. I mean, about the movie in general, I was excited about my part, but I didn't have a big part. But if they watched the whole movie, the feedback was very positive. So I hope, in my opinion, I think I have two maybe specific critiques. One that I think it really was made for a large screen in a theater. And so if you had seen it in that capacity, in a theater, it probably would have had much more effect because, for the digital effects.
Yeah, because
and I
that's,
don't know.
That's what the movie in the first place, that was what it was made for before in the first place. But I think it's kind of like better because it would have been very slow to get to other theaters. In a way, it kind of benefit the movie popularity. I'll tell you this, like movies will come out in the US, right? It takes like 2 weeks later before it comes to Korea. So if it's the same thing. If movies comes out in Korea, it had to take 2 weeks. Imagine how long it takes to go to Israel and Germany or some other place. So I think Netflix was the best thing for them to do because they had to sell it because they had no choice than to sell the movie to Netflix. And that kind of increased the whole budget because after the initial budget was not $20 million, but because they had to sell it to Netflix, they had a whole lot of things to do to make it, Netflix watched.
To re-edit it or something, make it small screen movie.
Make it small screen, and they had to do the whole thing. It's like shooting the whole movie again, but this time it had to be computer work. But I also think the movie could have part two. It could be a series. It could be part 2 or 3 if they want to. But then I don't want them to do this movie without me because I'll be so pissed. But yeah, like you heard me telling Kelvin, I'm like, they have to make sure.
Right.
You have to make sure I come back. I'm not dying. I need that money.
You got to make us all come back, but we got killed off. I mean, but
That's
we
what I'm
got
saying. So, because
maybe we didn't die.
That's what I'm
Maybe we
saying.
didn't really die.
That's what I'm saying. Because we're not.
I mean,
we're
we
not
got shot, but we didn't die. You know, who's to say?
We're not the villains. We were just protecting her, actually.
Especially with her, she had the nanobots, so you know she could make us. You know, she could heal us. She's a healer. She can heal us. So you know, we could definitely come back
and go back on sets, make more money.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I don't know if they intended to make it 3D. But if it was 3D, it would have been really fun, you know, like to sit there in the theater.
Oh no, of course.
Like, if you were there.
It's going to be on 4D, actually. It's going to be on 4D. If you watch it on 4D, yeah, if you watch it on 4D, it will awesome. That's the whole plan. Because the thing is, they wanted to reach a huge, big audience. They wanted to have an impression in America box office, and Corona came, and there's nothing they could do. But I just thought, like the movie, now it's okay like this.
Well, the other thing that surprised me, though, was really for a Korean film, there were only really 4 Korean actors, and the rest of the actors were all what are termed as foreigners, you know, non-Koreans. And you know, I was honestly, if I have to give my honest opinion.
No, look, thinking about it now, like, oh, Koreans don't go to the space. That's not what they say. Koreans don't go to space.
Well, maybe they will. Maybe join the space. You know, we're all going to go to space soon, I guess. You know, if you look at the news, there's people like Elon Musk and some of these other rich guys that are, you know, sending rockets out. I think the Amazon guy also sending rockets out to space and trying to develop. They're serious about, you know, making a Mars project.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this, you know, movie is not so far from the truth. Maybe in 2092 that'll be really happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a whole new settlement on Mars. Who knows? You know, there's a lot of truth to the sci-fi. But you know, I was a little disappointed that, you know, some of the promotion wasn't focused too much on the amount of non-Koreans that were involved in the movie. I think, you know, there were so many. I mean, when I saw it, I just couldn't believe how many people, and you know, how many people we know between us, you know, who do a lot of work here in Korea as well. Other work, you know.
But you know, like even the little girl was not in the promotion until like a few weeks ago.
Right.
Now her Instagram is going. Her Instagram is going quick. She used to have like 1,000 followers. Now she has 18,000. Since the movie came out. That's what.
Yeah. Well, you know what I was thinking. I mean, you know, the message of the movie was, you know, kind of a good one, you know, to preserve the earth and all of that, create the unity and all of that. But you know, I was thinking of in my day, if you know, the big innovative space movie was Star Trek, not Star Wars or Star Trek. And the creator of that was Gene Roddenberry. And he would consult scientists and space engineers and whatever to give kind of an almost realistic, I mean, if you look at the things that they were using, you know, the flip phone, you know, many of those things that they used in Star Trek sort of became what we use today, you know. Yeah. And that's one interesting thing. The other thing that he was, in my day, there wasn't a lot of diversity, you know, of people of different nationalities and different you know, colors and all of that.
That's why this movie was also very unique too, you know.
Right, which is why I thought it was kind of a missed opportunity not to promote some of the non-Koreans in the fact that, you know you've got a lot of people working together.
They got me in the promotion too, but that was like before, like a week or days before the movie came out, right?
Hmm.
They didn't put us in the front page of the movies.
Yeah.
I only got the promotion, I think 3 days or a week before the movie came out. But I didn't care. But I thought I would be, because if you look at the cast, aside from the four stars, the girl and the little girl and the other two actors, I should be missed. I actually in the movie when they
Right.
named the series, right? I'm the first on
Yeah.
the, and then Kelvin was the second person
Right.
who came in like after the movies. If you watch the names, right?
Hmm.
So I would think they would involve like but it's fine. I mean, at least we came out
Yeah.
a lot. We appreciative of what they did. It's okay. This is Korea. Korea's a very conservative country. It's hard to put your face out
Yeah.
there. It's not easy. So
Right.
I'm just appreciative of the fact that I am in the movie, though I didn't want to
Yeah.
be in that movie, because actually I don't care about being a star. I care about
Me
just
neither.
making. So I just care about
Yeah.
making something good stuff. And
Well, I got
but
to say, for me, being in Korea and at my age, that I'm able to get work
mhm,
and continue working at my age, I'm super grateful to Korea.
mhm,
That they have taken me in, embraced me, and
yeah.
given me these opportunities that I get because
Mhm.
people my age, probably around the world, it's not easy for us to get
They,
work.
they, they won't even. Now, the thing is about. Now, this is the same thing I was telling someone. Somebody saw the movie, was like, oh, how did you get in it? I want to be in it. I'm like, you have to put yourself in the position to be there. You cannot
Right.
just, you have to put yourself in the position to be there. You can, it doesn't come out of nowhere. You have to be like
Hmm.
interested in it, not because you saw people doing it. You have to have passion. You have to have this whole thing like, this is what I want to be. Not just, sit there and say, oh, because this person got in a very famous movie, I want to be there. Why am I not there? Oh, I'm better than that person. Of course, there are a lot of people we are better than, but they work hard to be where they want to be. Because, you put yourself in a position to actually say, "Oh, I can do this. I know I've not done it, but I can try to do it."
Right.
This is
Exactly.
what I could do. This is what I feel like I can do, and put yourself in the try to get agencies and all that to sell you out. So that's the thing. Like when I used to have an official contract with agencies. Like I signed a long time ago. At the time, I had jobs coming to me like this. I actually even was rejecting jobs at the time, but and if I had passion, but me looking at the Korea industry, why I gave up in the Korea industry was this: there are a lot of like part-time stars, not full-time stars. So I'm like, that's why I don't put my like foreigners. I mean, foreign stars. I don't put all my energy into it because I think nothing. I feel like they're not. It's just whatever what it is. Like so that's why I'm doing this to engage my country actually, not
Hmm.
Korea. Korea can say okay, but I want to be engaged with my country, and if I can make my country, directors work with Koreans, it'd be good. That ways we can work together because in Korea, if you're a foreigner, you cannot be a superstar. Have you seen any superstars in Korea? No, but if you go to
Right.
America, the opportunities, though the competition is higher, it's super difficult. But then there are Koreans who are stars in America, Chinese like Jackie Chan and all the
Right.
people who are in the Hollywood and all these things. So, but now I feel like we're breaking in. So I just want to take advantage of this. That's what I'm trying to make that I asked him, the neighbor, you said I can make an IMB whatever
Yeah.
profile to get my name. But I want to I already have my name in neighbor, but I want to have it get in the movie directly. So that way people could reach
Yeah.
me. I want to be a freelancer. I don't want to be on the, if you're, listen, I've been in contract before. I know how it is. You'll
Hmm.
be like, so I want to be a freelancer where I can do my thing and people will respect me. So respect my craft and
Yeah.
respect what I do. But yeah.
Well, what you said about, I think the missed opportunity for the Korean and the world public was not to, was that you said you represent Nigeria. How often do we get to see and meet and hear from an actor from Nigeria? How often do you get to hear from all of those? I mean, the places where most of these actors were from is from all over the world, and I think each one is special and each one is unique, and represents their country as well. You know, I represent America, but I also represent Israel.
Israel, yeah.
And, you know, I'm also Israeli. I have Israeli citizenship. So the fact that there are such a diverse group of actors from all over, and you know, the main guy, Richard Armitage from the UK.
The UK.
People from Brazil, from Mexico, from Spain, from where
India.
even just
I think one guy was
India.
from India. The guy who was the guy who was in the UTS, who was in UTS, who was like following Sullivan. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from either somewhere near India or Pakistan somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, people. I mean, they were from all over the world, and I think that's what I'm saying. It was a missed opportunity of the promoters, the producers, to actually mention and maybe even have us all interviewed about our unique experience working with a Korean film and a Korean crew, and on a Korean movie of this capacity,
magnitude, yeah.
And working with each other, not only with the Korean celebrities but with each other as well. For us as actors, you know, not just to meet the Korean celebrities, which was thrilling, and to see that they were, you know, so kind and so inviting and so embracing.
I'll tell you, the Korean celebrities, they were nice. They
were so respectful. And the crew and everybody, the staff, the crew,
like, literally come to me and say, "Hey, Nasa, you okay? So you feel like you're not stressed?" I'm like, "I'm okay." They're like, "Oh, you want water? Do you want to share my water?" These are guys that literally they had personal assistants, they have securities, like just they have millions in their accounts, but they're vibing with me, and I'm like, okay. That kind of like actually makes you humble, like, you know.
It does humble you. I mean, they came over and we had lunch, and they're sitting with us eating lunch, you know.
Yeah, we eat lunch every time together. Every time. They don't have separate lunch, like, oh, I want to go to a different room.
Right. We're all together, and, you know, I think this is I hope one day, you know, that they would sort of look upon the local non-Korean actors and just, you know, give us a chance to speak up about the experience. And I think that would do them good. I mentioned Star Trek earlier, and, you know, that was what Star Trek was doing. They brought in, you know, an Asian, a African-American, they brought in a Russian, you know, they brought in all the different nationalities, because then America was not diverse. And he was trying to, you know, bring that, make that happen.
Stone towards, you know.
Yeah, you know, Hollywood was not, you know, was very, excuse me to say, but very white. I don't want to get political here, but, you know, this is also Korean. Korea is very Korean, and rightfully so, you know. But here's an opportunity to, you know, to look and say, hey, you know, there's also very good and interesting other, you know, non-Koreans who are involved in the industry here, and you know,
yeah,
I think
I mean, yeah, that's, I mean, if they had, that's what I was trying to write Netflix Nigeria, right? They were not even marketing the whole thing. Like, but my thing is, okay, if you want to market in Nigeria, you have to, my face should be number one.
Right, right.
Always market this thing.
Exactly.
I don't
know. You know, you make your country proud. You make your country proud that you're in this.
If Netflix Nigeria actually put my parts out and advertise it, it will be number one. It was number one. I think now it's the top 10 I heard. I don't know. It will be number one because people will be shocked at a person speaking what they understand, and, you know, and in Russia too, because there were a lot of Russians in the movie too.
A lot of Russians, yeah.
You know, advertise. I don't know how they're marketing this, but, you know, that's just how I felt. But yeah, it's all good. I'm happy we got what we got. I'm satisfied. I'm happy with the movie. I'm hoping for the, like, greater movies comes, like, but, you know, it's not always easy to get a Korean movie this international. That's the thing. It's not easy to get international movies in Korea like that. The Koreans will just stick to their conservative self and make movies that are all about them. And so if they want a foreigner, they probably just go get, like, you know, a star who is already a star who wants to be in it. So this movie actually put us in there, like, out there and just make us. But, you know, let's hope we can get more from this and just be
What do you
because
think of the story in general? What do you think of the story, the plot, and all of that?
I mean,
You know,
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting because every time
mhm,
you have to guess what's next, right?
right?
Mm.
Yeah,
That's why I was talking about make it being a 2 series thing or even a 3 series thing. Who knows? Because nobody knew what happened at the end, right? So we could
right.
know what's happened at the end and what's gonna happen. You know, I don't know. Like just it's. I think the movie was actually my expectations were not as high. When I saw the
Really,
movie, I was shocked. Like
really.
it was better than I thought. Seriously.
Actually, yeah, I
I didn't
agree.
think it
I
was gonna
agree with
come
you.
out
Yeah,
this. I didn't think it was gonna come out this big because actually shooting a movie, right? You
yeah,
should have seen today. You should have seen on the next week. You're not seeing the whole thing.
right.
I don't. Yeah, it's like you have different mindset on different sets and different,
Mhm.
and then all put together. It's like wow, this is crazy. This is amazing. But yeah, it's
Yeah, I love to see the final. The final product is exciting, and I also had no idea. I didn't think it was going to be. You know, I didn't really know what to think. I knew it was going to be science fiction, but I didn't really know, what to
like I
expect.
think the graphics was awesome. Awesome. Like the graphics
Yeah,
was really good. They did great in the
yeah,
graphics.
yeah. Awesome. I
Yeah,
don't know
because
if you have anybody else waiting to talk to you. I don't know. I'm happy to keep going, whatever you want, or if someone else
no,
is waiting in
we
line.
have to go to work tomorrow. Like, yeah, I want to bring one or
Yeah,
two persons in, and then if I
yeah.
have time, we can just round up
Well,
together.
we don't forget we all got to have a reunion. So
We should. I'm always
yeah,
ready. I'm not. Who am I?
yeah, yeah. We got
I'm
to get
not.
those black boxes all together again.
Yes.
We'll write the next script.
Yeah, what's the name of that girl? The girl who was my assistant in the Black Fox, who brought the machine out. I forgot her name. Gabriel
Anna,
Steve.
Anna,
Anna.
Anna.
Yeah, Anna. Anna, she did well. I think she did great. She did
She
great.
did excellent. She's a serious, aspiring actress. She's working hard at it, and
Where's she from? Brazil, right?
I I think she's Brazil.
But her English
Yeah,
was just so flawless.
yeah. I texted Gabrielle. I can text Anna, ask her to check in. I don't know how many know you're online now, but
Yeah, because this is my new Instagram. So the Weber is my on my other Instagram, but not this one. But just text them and see if they can comment. Okay, tell them I'm
yes,
waiting. Tell them I'm sorry if I didn't invite them because it wasn't my mind, and we'll
yeah.
just talk about
Hey,
it.
nice, awesome. Do this again,
Sure,
and let's
let's
meet
do it.
up.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you, thank
awesome.
you. Bye,
Bye.
bye. Okay, guys, if you want to join my live, just come. I think it's that time now because let me see what time. So it's past almost 11, 12 late. But if you want to join my live, I'll be giving out small naira, just small naira to a few people because I just want to do it. It's Valentine's Day, so let's share love. And I'm drinking wine. If you want to join my live, just request to join my live, and then we can talk about whatever. We can talk about Nigeria. We can talk about anything, whatever you want to talk about. You want to have questions, just ask me. Because I don't know when I'm gonna come back on this live again, and then I'll do a small giveaway to a few people. We're not a lot here. Join my live now. Request to join my live before I leave. I'm drinking wine. David, did you see the movie? I don't know. I'm not sure if you saw the movie. Okay. Somebody talk to me. Join my live. Don't be boring. Join my live in 10, 9. I have a lot of questions here. They said, congratulations, my life. I don't know who that is. Your movie was, how was you feeling when you first met your son? Oh, okay. You were so handsome. Thank you. Shine West that night. I don't know. Who's this? I'll check who that is later. It's an amazing movie. Thank you, so. Izuno. And somebody from the UK. He's writing Chinese. So if you want to join my live, request to join my live. If you have any questions, just ask me. I'll answer. I'm drinking wine. I'm chilling. It's Valentine's Day, but it's night here, so it's not day anymore. I don't know if I should invite my wife. Come say hi. You want to see my wife? If you want to see my wife, say yes. Hi, Adonomich. I don't know what that is. That name sounds. I haven't seen the movie though, but I saw some of the pictures on your page. Go see the movie, David. Go see the movie. Don't be backlog. Don't backlog. What do you mean you haven't seen the movie? Go see the movie. What? What's wrong with you? Go watch the movie. Go watch the movie. That's how you know you're being patriotic. I am more than willing to see it with my students. Okay. Why your students though? What students for those? Okay, I just did something. I don't even know how to go out of it. You want to see them? So like do you tell your students like you have topics you can just sit 2 hours 17 minutes with your students talking about like watching this movie, or where do you guys watch it at? So you have anything to tell me? Okay, I'm seeing what you call it, this problem in Nigeria, always problem. Like I just heard the NSAS thing is going on again, and then I saw them arresting people for no reason. That this is really really awful. It's not a good thing. Sure, just a bit worried about the coach. Don't use that shit word. I thought you Christ embassy. Come live, David, if you want to talk stuff, but for real, I couldn't see it, okay? If you want to talk to me, come live. I haven't seen you in like 4 years. I don't even know now. For other people that are interested in my life, if you want to talk to me, come on live. Let's talk. I have a few minutes and I'll believe it. If you know what, I was gonna give away, but I don't think people are interested in my giveaway. Everybody's okay, so no giveaway then, because I only have a few people here, so can't be giving David anything away. He's a rich man. Just if you want to do me good, share my page, make people follow me, and thanks for those who are following me. You actually look like Wakanda. Wakanda is a fiction movie. What do you mean? Wakanda is just a fiction movie, and it says it's a city. It's not a person. Wakanda is not a person. If you said I look like what is his name? Charles, then you're probably right, because I don't know. People just kept saying that. But Wakanda itself, it's a city, a fiction city. It's not a person. So who has any question? Who wants to talk to me? Who wants to come on my live? Who wants to tell me something? Because I'm gonna leave soon. I can't be here and just watching myself. there's a guy who tried to call me. It was funny. He tried to call me on like a video call. He said I'm not real. I'm not a person in the movie. That I'm lying. I wish that guy was here now. He said I'm not the person. So I want to get him alive, and he should come tell me that in person. I have a lot of inboxes, like messages on my inbox. I know like this time in Nigeria, people are in church, so it's hard for me to come alive. But so because of that, I'm probably gonna do one on the weekend on the weekday where people are actually people in Nigeria. I didn't want to come alive, but the other Koreans, yeah. Okay, thanks, Rachel. So yeah, I'll probably set up a date for another live, and maybe safe. I don't know. That probably in the morning, Korean morning. So Rachel, what did they say? Like, did they reply you? Did they say they were gonna come? If they're gonna come, I can wait. If they're not gonna come, I can just like leave because I'm drinking wine, so you know what that is. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to go to work in the morning. I have gigs in the morning. Tomorrow is Monday. The holiday's over. We had 4 days holiday, and it was awesome. And we've been home since like Thursday. I actually went to the director's office on Thursday, Rachel. I went to the movie director's office on Thursday, but there was nobody there. Okay, no replies. That's fine. It's okay. Okay, guys. Since nobody's trying to talk, join my life, so I would just call it a night and keep to date when I'm gonna announce the next live, and that live will be. I'll make sure it's evening time in Nigeria, so people in Nigeria can actually join because I know it's afternoon and a lot of people are in church and it's Sunday, so nobody. So I'll find a day that is very good, and maybe this week, coming week, I'll find a day, maybe Saturday morning here. It says it's like Friday evening, it's Friday something there. Then just do it. Come on live one more time. And that time, Rachel, you join again on Friday. Well, in the morning. It should be in the morning, so it should be like at maybe 7 a.m. Korean time. So 7 a.m. because we're 8 hours ahead of Nigeria. So I want people from Nigeria to be able to join. So just tell them they can join. Tell Gabriel they can join on Friday. That's on Saturday morning. Then they could join my live in the morning. Thanks guys for coming, and thank you for the support, and thank you for everybody. Love you, one love, and have a good night and have a good day wherever you are. What do you think about my new style? It's just hiding it. I'm gonna show it. It's all good. Bye guys.